Taking you behind the battles now for a different take on Afghanistan through the eyes of soldiers. The 1st Battalion of the Royal Canadian Regiment, Charles Company, is a tough group, brave and courageous. But the CBC's Stephen Puttycombe wanted to know more about them and what makes them do what they do. So he spent 5 days with them outside the wire.
We were expecting fighting. We were expecting to be shot at. Just not with the type of intensity it has been.
Not knowing the anxiety of the unknown. You don't know what's going to happen the next minute. And you hear your buddies, your friends are getting shot and killed, injured. And every day is a challenge like that. You don't know what's going to happen next.
These guys at 3-1 Charles have been out here since the beginning. They're the guys that led the way into Panjwai. They've been shot at. Rocket attacks are a nightly occurrence. Half of them have been wounded.
We expected people to get wounded, killed, but first month there was pretty rough. Still is rough, but you get used to it.
I would be lying if I say I wasn't scared. We've been in a couple of ticks or firefights that I thought, you know, I'll get shot any second or any minute, especially on the 3rd of September. We were right in the middle of the things.
Every soldier in Charles Company admits he was scared, petrified, going into their first real fight.
I remember being on leave in the summer and tried to spend as much time with the family as possible. And I was watching television with my father and just came over the news about the 4 Patricias that were killed. Kind of broke down a bit. He broke down. And he just, I said I'm scared to go, and he said I'm scared too. He said I'm not really scared because I know you can take care of yourself, son. Just I'm scared that you might freeze in combat. After our first tick, that's troops in combat. I called him and I said, "Dad, I didn't freeze." So it's a survival thing, eh?
In fact, none of them froze, despite seeing their buddies wounded, and some worse. They'll all tell you they believe in the mission. They are proud to serve Canada. But Richard Furoy, the company medic, says they each have their own private motivation to get them through the fighting. His is a phone conversation he had with his son.
Well, I called my son. I try to make the phone call every weekend, Saturday or Sunday when they're not in school. And when I called him, he said that he was really angry with me. And when I had asked him why, he thought I was killed. It bothers me that that's what drives his fire right now, is the fact that I could get hurt or killed. It bothers me a lot that a 7-year-old can comprehend the concept of war.
It's kind of strange seeing these guys, tough, hardened soldiers, away from a battle scene. Each copes with stress in their own way. Some of the soldiers have adopted 2 stray kittens. Each takes a few moments to play with them or save them from getting killed by a bulldozer. Others find comfort and validation for their mission in Afghanistan in the face of the children.
The kids, for me, we see all the little kids, and it moves me to see how little they have. Like, they have nothing, and it really, really does hurt. I'm having a baby, and to see little kids running around with nothing, bare feet, and as dirty as they are, it really hits home that we do have it really good where we are. It hurts.
But nothing hurts more than losing a friend. Utter helplessness.
We get speeches about how when we sign that dotted line, we're in it, and we take all this whole thing into consideration that we might get killed. One of the last guys that got killed, I golfed with him the last day, Blake Williamson. I golfed with him the last day we took off. Before we took off from Canada, actually, I was joking around that I was going to buy his car after tour 2 and all that stuff. And I left my shoes in his car too in Canada. I don't think anything in the world is worth losing a buddy or a friend or a life that you care about. I don't think anything in the world is worth it.
Despite losing friends, 42 Canadian soldiers killed, these guys still believe in helping the people in southern Afghanistan. They do it for the people, but they also do it for themselves.
The camaraderie within the guys, I mean, you can't compare it to anything else. I mean, we're like, it sounds cheesy, but we are like brothers, and that's what gets you through it.
It's truly amazing. It's truly amazing. You bond like I've never seen people bond before. It's even more of a bond than you could almost have with your family. You experience horrific acts and do amazing things with these people, and no one else will be able to relate. I mean, you still love your family deeply, and they'll come first in your life, but these men that you stand left and right to, and you go into combat with, the bond that you build is unbreakable.
Nice. It's great. It's a great day.
Charles' company finally gets a few days at the base at the Kandahar airfield after a month outside the wire, as they say.
A hot shower.
They are filthy, hungry, and tired. After a month of living in dirt, dodging rockets and bombs, the soldiers in Charles' company will eat real food and take a shower every morning, at least for a few days. Stephen Puttycombe, CBC News, at the Kandahar airfield in southern Afghanistan.
We have to take a short break, but when we come back, Rex is ready to rumble.
Actually, the opposition's extension of this ludicrous debate almost rates on a par with McKay's alleged disrespect of Parliament and women.
Rex Murphy on those comments flying around the Commons. He's not letting anyone off the hook.